Hello world, it's me, Zed. Let me fix that real quick. Get to my voice mod who's doubling back my voice. Y'all don't need to hear that. Let's turn, yeah, there we go. Get some beats going. Make sure we're not blasting your ears. There we go. Let's turn that way down. Okay. There we go. Howdy, everybody. Happy Sunday. So you can see my legs and my stomach, but I'm here. Hello, yes, I'm here. We're going to be focusing on this Game Boy because finally my parts have come in, and impromptu Sunday stream because I'm an impatient little shit who can't who can't wait for anything. So we're going to take a look at the Game Boy itself. There have been some parts that came in, a little bit of a guy here, but also a little bit of a guy here, and also a little bit of a guy here and here. So let's set those to the side, and we will work on getting started with disassembly. I'm very excited. Also, I have one other thing. This may or may not happen today just because I need to go dig out the soldering iron, but I have a new power LED for the Game Boy itself. It's actually a pink one instead of like the standard red that comes on these. I also have, of course, a Clean Juice DMG, which if you're following me on Facebook or on Twitter, I did tweet about. These guys are really cool. Solder-free solution for lithium-ion battery. It's kind of great. So let's go ahead and get started with disassembly. Much as before when we had a stream, and I kind of touched on this, I will go ahead and review that for those who weren't here for that. I got this at a Goodwill outlet in Ohio for $2 because they do things by weight, not by value of item. So let's get into it. Get this thing apart. Make it look nice. Let's go ahead and grab that screw, which is deciding it's not out all the way when in fact it is. That's fine. This music is not my style. We need to change this, man. There we go. That's more like it. Let's get something a little bit more retro. Let's have some fun. Let's do the thing. I see somebody's watching me on Twitch. Would you mind saying hi in the chat for me? And just for reference, I will be reusing the original Game Boy screws just because these Chinese kits for screen replacements usually come with screws, but they're not nearly as good. But they are same depth what is the word? The screw pitch. That's not the right word. Thread pitch. That's the word. Same thread pitch. Let's do this thing, man. Okay. So we've got our back. It's going to come off of that. So in all reality, the only part of the Game Boy that we're keeping, like I don't need to disassemble this any further. This is going to stay in this, and we don't even need that anymore. In reality, the only thing we're going to really need from the Game Boy is this back board and this audio board down here. So let's go ahead and work on removing that. So for that, we're going to need a Phillips head. A decently small Phillips head at that. I don't know if this is going to be quite right, but that looks about right. Man, it's a little wiggly. One size bigger. Here we are. Ah, perfect. So now, second is the audio board. As you can see, I'm a little shaky just because I'm a panicky fuck. There we go. Let's go ahead. Just in case these are different somehow. Let's do this thing, man. I'm excited. So we got 1, 2. I know there's more than that. And I'm just blanking. No, is that it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, that's it. I thought there was more than that. Could have sworn there was, but I mean, here we are. It's out. So that's all we're gonna need. And then this can go bye-bye. So here is our board. So let's get started on getting the old board into the new shell, which looks phenomenal, I've got to say. So let's pull the front off because we're not going to need that quite yet. Let's pull the back off, which, by the way, I got this and this from handheldlegend.com. And it's a pre-cut shell so that once you put it in here, you don't have to remove it. It's actually just plug and play with a USB Type-C cable. The one minor modification we need to make is these battery contacts we don't actually need. So the whole point of these battery contacts right here is so that when you use AA's, you can run them in a series. We're not doing that. We're running from literally just the top 2 battery connectors that are at the top on the board. So we actually don't need anything outside of those 2 connectors. Everything after that is just accessory. And I'm not getting rid of these, so we can always come back to these if we ever want to do AA's again, although I doubt that's going to be the case. We'll just throw these over here. So now we've prepped this. It should just be a matter of this guy sliding into place. It should just pop right in there. But before I do so, I've got to open our handy little button kit because holy moly, I'm excited for these. So we've got our new button, our new switch, which, ooh boy, I'm excited about that. So I'm going to just take a cue from this guy. So that's going to go down like that. Ooh, that looks good. I'm excited about that. So let's dunk this guy in here. Just like that. I put in. Yes, sir. Okay. That's my cat, if anyone's wondering. Let's go ahead and just put these screws in. Get this audio board in place. Oh, am I using the wrong screw? That's the right one. Let me back that out real quick. Let's see here. What's going on? Oh, they didn't thread these, so they're just... They're just tightening them in. Let me see if I've got a better tip. Should have a slightly better tip than that, because that's rotating a bit. Oh, infinitely better. Almost there. Oh, I'm starting to strip that screw. Let's not do that. That's okay. I'm gonna keep moving along. It's like it gets 95% of the way there. That's weird. That's okay. We'll leave that there. There we go. That'll be fine. And then these guys. One. Easy peasy. And two, if it'll hold still. Perfect. So now that board is now in there, and we've got a functioning trigger, or a functioning switch. That's sick. I dig that. So that's what that color differential looks like. Oh, it looks so nice. I'm so happy with that. That's fucking awesome. Cool. Okay. So now we got the back taken care of. Now we need to go to the front. So this is where a little bit of fun gets to be had. Bought this kit. This is the RIPS OSD V4 IPS kit. So it comes with a brand new speaker. It comes with a brand new lens. Come on, everybody, come out. Looks like some adhesive. A 3D printed bracket. The board. Ooh, I'm excited. This is awesome. Okay, so let's go ahead and set this guy here. It also comes with a clear diaphragm speaker, which is going to look sick in there. We're just going to kind of pull this guy out. So we've got our driver board, or an LCD driver board, which is already pre-installed. That's awesome. So it is already pre-done. We've got a new glass Game Boy screen. So it's got a whole, like the bezel that comes on this guy that's not here right now because it's just old. This is actually going to fit in the same spot, but it's bigger. It's a bigger screen. Because yeah, that's a good thing. Look at that. Look at that green, how big that is, and then compare it to the white. It is a good bit bigger. So I'm just going to set this over here so it's out of the way and we're not messing with it. We got this guy. I did not watch an instruction on this, so we're just kind of futz our way through it. This is the driver where the board, where the screen goes. I imagine we're looking at the screen going in there first. Well, actually, let's actually do the lens first. Where's that lens? Where did I just set it? I just set it out of the way. Oh, it's right here. Very good. So we're just going to go ahead and remove the adhesive from the back of the glass. It's the initial piece of adhesive. Peel that adhesive off. And then that's going to go right on into there. Gorgeous. And we'll keep that plastic on until we're done. So that's part one. It's got that little bit there that we're going to pull off here in a minute. This is the screen itself. I imagine the screen goes on like this. But I may be wrong. Does it go on like that? No, this fits in here somehow. Just like that. So that is the brace, it looks like. So that would go on like that. Or at least like that. So I imagine that's going to go like that. That doesn't fit quite right. How does this work? I know this cable goes here, because this is what connects to the cartridge slot. But I will work on that here in a minute. Let me see if I can do a quick Google. We're going to follow along with the tutorial. I'm so sorry for that.
Hello everybody, welcome to another Primetime Funk mod. So, I have already built one Super OSD, and it's arguably called the V4 if you're buying it on certain North American sites like Handheld Legend, just to avoid confusion, and everywhere else it seems to be called the V3 Super OSD. So that is the slightly larger screen package. It uses the same
We're going to use this little tutorial to teach us how to do this.
a different PCB, and has the pixel mode and V3 together as a thing from the
Okay.
original. Now the normal
Yep. He's trimming. I bought a pre-cut shell, so no big deal. We don't need this part. We don't need this part. I've already got that.
those aside. I'm not going to do anything else with that. So again, we have our
Well, that is a good point. I could go ahead and do that because this is secured in now. What I could do is go ahead and put my clean juice in. Just simple as just bada bop, boom, and now we're in there. And then we got this guy, and then we close it up with the back. So now this top part no longer has to come off. It is just forever powered. So we can leave that to the side. And that half is done. Let's take a look.
Ribbon cables. Buttons. And then we've got our.
So the very first thing he's doing is buttons. So let's do that. Let's add our buttons. We've got I love that. That looks so good. Okay. And then we've got, which one is this one? Doesn't matter. They're not marked. Wish they were, but they're not. Y'all, that looks so good. Okay, and so the last thing we need before we get everything up in there is we need to replace our membranes. I was going to try and use the original membranes, but no. I just don't feel like disassembling the entirety of that for the membranes. This guy should just kind of fit on there, just like that. Easy, schmeezy, peasy, lemon squeezy. And then, of course, the start buttons don't actually have buttons. Ooh. They're just contact pads. Which is less than ideal, but, you know, okay. We out here. These, I know, go on here. And a little bit. There we go. So now we have, oh my God. That's what it's going to look like from the front. Oh, it looks so good. I'm so happy with that. Okay.
I think these are actually original. Yeah, I'm pretty sure those are original rubbers. So
he goes in.
Guy right here. That just goes down. Ugh, that is not straight. Yeah, that's there.
Does he go down with that
No,
first?
Okay. Okay there. Where it's there. The only thing is that this guy's supposed to go in here like so.
Okay, so he goes down. So if the Game Boy LED is here, which it is, that goes in like that. That doesn't make any sense. That does not align. What? Yeah, no, that does not align at all. I get 3 of the 4 pegs, but the 4th peg does not align.
Fix with some flush cutters. So I'm probably gonna do that.
And then what he does is this goes like on the back end. So that opens up there. That goes like that. Just like that. Let's see if I can just get my fingernail in there and there we go. So driver board off. So that goes in there like that, which fits really nicely actually. But apparently that is supposed to go in like that. That does not hardly fit. I mean, it does, but Okay, well, I guess so.
Here,
And
like
so,
doesn't look like that's gonna fit nicely. There's a little bit of and no other care of. Let's do another few notes about the extent of my notes on fitting stuff beforehand. So we're gonna have all of our buttons fall out because I suck, and then we're gonna have
yeah, let's do that actually. Let's just preemptively to get this screen in. Especially because we get a little pick here. I even have a little bit specific for this. What do we got? Where is the little lip? Head. So this is supposed to have just like a this should not be adhesive, but and it's not. Cool. That's not adhesive, which is very happy to me. So let's just bop, bop, bop. And let's just make sure that looks good to me. And then this. And its gloriousness. Goes into here. This will fit just like, sorry, I'm doing a little bit of a off the cuff fitting just because it's kind of hard to see. And so that should just kind of go into place just like that. Is it perfect? No. Oh, wow. Yeah, actually. That's not rattling. Nothing. Okay, cool. So we're getting there. That goes there. This ZIF connector. And goes onto the driver board. Cool. I'm not using any sort of like uh any sort of like soldering for this control, but that should be on now. And then this now requires buttons, so now we can come back in with our buttons. And there we go. And then our rubbers. There we go. You're learning as I learn, dude. This is great. All I know is that this is the part that works. That there. Next, this board will go here. And that should fall into place there. Oh man, we're getting there. That looks sick. Okay, so now this should go into here. Man, this is hard without tweezers. I do not have a pair of tweezers readily available. I'm too fucking lazy to go and find a pair. So we're just gonna wing it just a bit. And let's just hide that video so you don't see that for the time being. There we go. So I'm happy about this. This just needs to go into me because it's got this little blue thing for it. Goes into the connector. Go in. There we go. Use my fingernail to push that into this connector here, and then that should just latch closed. So now that is now attached. Cool. So that's in now. Okay, cool. And so from there, it should be a matter of that doesn't really need to be screwed down. It's got some flux left over. We should almost be done. Let's view our video here.
Yeah.
Cool.
After make two pixel screen together.
The thing that he did is that he used a little bit of adhesive, which I'm not quite sure that this is what that is. But doesn't seem to be moving around, but I'm going to pull this back out because I ain't chancing that shit. Not even a little. I paid good money for this kit. I do not want it to go places. Let me see if this is what I think it is. I'm going to use, I need to get a pair of scissors real quick. One moment. Alrighty. Just like that, let's go ahead and grab this to the side. Get that up out the way. Here we are. Should have bought some Kapton tape. That would have been a good idea. No, this is incredibly boring. I'm gonna do there. And strip there. And then here. Peel this off. Go and get the gorgeous backing off of this. Go ahead and actually, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna refit this here. immediately go down. There you go. And now that is not going anywhere. Perfect. Gorgeous. And so we have just a little bit of adhesive left. We'll hold on to that just in case we need it. I doubt we will, but here we are. Just a little bit down. We've got our speaker in place. Those speaker wires would be a little bit better managed, I'd imagine. But we're going to leave it as is, as that works. I'm going to go ahead and grab ribbon cable. That going in there. Once again, using my fingernail to get that into the slot on the replacement screen board. Just like that. And then now that I've got it in there, I'm going to use my other finger to latch it shut. So now that is there. And of course, the only thing rattly you'll hear is the buttons, but the only thing rattling around are those buttons. Nothing is going anywhere. Screen is in place. Everything looks good. Okay. So from here, if I'm not mistaken, the only thing that needs to be done is this cable needs to be connected here. The back half can come back, and then the back half has to be attached using the same cable. But let's just verify using that. Using this handy dandy tutorial. We're going to skip ahead to where he's assembling the two. So he's going, it's going to be shiny side up on this connector, which is easy enough to do. It's a matter of putting it in the right spot. Come on. You do not want to cooperate. It's because that slot is tight. Don't take that out of conversation. Or don't take that out of context. There it goes. So I just had to muscle her a little bit, and then she is now in there. Silver up. Just like that. And then from there, it should be a matter of getting the back. That should not fall out now. And then that goes up like so into this slot. A little difficult because I didn't bother to pre-bend my cable. Okay. I'm trying to think of how to do this with my clumsy hands. But this should be it. This should be it. After this, we should test it. Let's go ahead and sorry, this is not exactly lending itself to live stream, but it's really just a little bit fiddly with getting that with getting this little this ribbon cable in. One moment. Oh, let's turn the Game Boy off so that way it's not. Should be a matter of just getting it in there. Not usually a problem like this. not do that? That's not likely. Be good. Not do that. Let's stay in our shell there. There's no. That's the weird part that I don't like about this kit. There's no kind of like screw ins to hold this down while. Oh, well, no, there is. Why don't I just do that? That may be the problem. Maybe it is I who is the dumbass. It happens a lot. You'd be surprised. You wouldn't be surprised. It happens a lot. Let's just put these guys here. I bet these are all going to be fillet head and not quite what I want, but it'll be okay. I was planning using all original hardware. I bet you that's what's causing me the issue is that it isn't screwed in. Let's get a couple screws in here. There we go. The only thing I'm noticing is that these buttons seem a little shallow. But we should be okay. And that's screwed in. I don't think so. There's that one, that one. So there's two there. These two. That one. That's a tri-wing. Yeah, these seem way shallower. I didn't do anything wrong, but it seems to be way shallower. It's a little weird, but we'll come back and revisit that later. Right now, I just want to see if I can get this thing working. I think that's all we're going to need. The one concern I have is that there are two screws here. When it does go down... Okay, no, we'll be okay. But I had screwed into those, but we are okay-dokely. It's just going to be a matter of getting her together and then doing this thing, man. Let's do this. I think at this point we
now
can
we have
abandon our tutorial and go back to our previous playlist and get jamming again. Let's history. There we go. Okay. We appear to be in. Hey, not bad. Okay. 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 Only concern at this point. It's really just that ribbon cable. Yeah, there we go. All right. So this is going to go to a Y. Oh, probably the biggest one I've got. Come on. There we go. Then we can go ahead and go in here. Okay, we're getting there, man. Go ahead and go here. We're getting there. Enjoying this. This is coming together so cool. Looks like I got a spam bot in my chat. That's rather unfortunate. Banned. Oh, almost forgot to take that out. Almost forgot I had a the old cover on here. And now that fresh, brand new clear cover. We're getting there. We got 2 more screws, I think. 1 and 2. Yeah. Here we are. We're getting there, man. I'm excited about this. I've been looking forward to this project for a little while now. Okay. Last little bit. There we go. I realized the music was so loud or so low. There we go. I think that's it. We are solid and back together again. I'm not seeing how that front layer is supposed to come off. Let me see, is that a... Yep, that's on the back of the screen. God damn it. Well, looks like we're not in the home run here. Gotta take this back apart and fix this part. That's okay, though. This is part of learning. Not finishing this stream until it works how I want it to. And that's how it goes. Sometimes we button the thing up. I thought that was going to come off with that front plastic peel. Could have tested that before I got this far, but I didn't. And that's on me. That's okay. That's okay. Mistakes were made, and that's okay. And what we're going to do is we're actually just going to pull, because that is a far more accessible port than in the back of this. That is okay. That guy kind of came out there. Okay. Let's leave our back alone, and then we're going to go ahead and work on getting this out. Need a Phillips head to get through it. One, two, three, and there's only four, luckily. Three, and four, and peel, and pop, pop, right over there. And the only downside to this is now I have to wedge that entire screen assembly out without really damaging anything. Luckily, that's decently easy to do, all things considered. Oh, that's going to need to be cleaned off. Let me just go ahead and actually, before I do that, I'll be right back. I'm going to go get some Q-tips and alcohol. There we go. All right. Good news is that alcohol and Q-tips are always just a stone's throw away from me. Because I'm an electronics guy, so I have stuff on this screen. I know once I get everything buttoned up, I'm going to. So we're just going to do that. Give that a little bit of time. What I need to do is get some microfiber cloth. Just drying. I'm gonna go ahead and proactively, nice microfiber cloth, and just in circles, that nice and clean. Still just that little something there. It's right here. I know it's hard to see on y'all's end, but it is very tiny. I know if I let it sit, it's gonna bother me. There we go. Took a little bit, but it's gone now. So that's nice and clean. And then the only other thing we need to do is come in here and grab this protective layer real quick. Oh, just like that. See through. And then this should be a matter of if I lose my buttons, which I'm actually going to do on purpose. So I don't have to touch this screen when it goes in. Oh yeah, we're getting there. That looks much better. I'm much happier with that. And actually, now that I'm looking at this a little closelier, that the 3D printed thing actually fits perfectly. It's not visible on the because everything's transparent, and it doesn't seem like it may be that that apparent. But there's a little peg on the bottom right hand corner here. It just looks like it rests on the actual standoff for the screw, but there's actually a peg there that it actually rests onto, and I didn't notice that before. So now that's going to be in there. Let's investigate why these buttons feel so shallow. Is it because they are actually that shallow? No, they're... Instead of losing what I just lost. Nope, that looks right. Okay. Button. 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 Those still feel shallow as hell. Nope, those look right. Okay. Now we're gonna get in there. Trying to see where the issue, and it may be that I yeah, it's just. Yeah, this feels stiffer almost. Yeah, like these are just a hair bit lower, but that'll be okay. I'll get over that. That's just not one of my chief concerns right now. If I'm being honest. There we go. Right on in, just like that. Oh, whoop, right out. In, flat down, and then from there. Let's do this one more time, y'all. After this, we should be good though. We got one screw here. One screw here. Double check. That's just one more screw that I didn't screw in. I just have to get a screw kit. Bet you that's why it felt weird. There's nothing to taper that down. Let me turn my autoplay on. I think that's what's happening. Yeah, there we go. I don't know why I keep trying to grab them. Just use the magnet on your screwdriver, you dingus. Here we go. And then I just one more of these Phillips screwdrivers or screws to really. Although that looks like. Yeah, if I bring the back in. Nope, that goes there and then there. So should be fine to screw into that. Yeah. And then from there, that's not a screw. Oh, yeah. Much better. Much better. Much better. Okay. All right, we're in the home stretch. Now for real. Now we come in here. Let me just so you can see what I'm having to do. I'm having to angle it in there and get it into that connector. Set up that. Okay. This is a lot more difficult than it looks. I promise. AZ, I just want to let you know that the bot worked. It paid me to join. Oh, did it now? There we go. There it went. So now we've got our ribbon cable connected. It's a matter of buttoning her up. Although, now that we're at this stage, before we do that, let's see if we can throw a battery in her. Grab a game. I think the only appropriate game choice for this is be Tetris. So let's go ahead and grab our copy of Tetris real quick. Throw this into our cartridge. Ooh, that was crispy. Go ahead and throw that in there temporarily. Let's give her a turn on. Oh, look at that. Tetris. Hell yeah, dude. It looks so good. That looks so nice. All right. So we know we're working. Good. All right. So we got evidence of this working just fine. So let's go ahead and button her up. Nope, actually, that's the right one. Just screwing this back together. This should be the home stretch, guys. This guy. And the last two. And we should be golden. I was like, I know there are two more in there. I can see them on stream. Oh, yeah. And then from here, everything's in place. Let's give the last final tighten. Alrighty. Hey. All right. now we've got that. Get our battery in place. That. Oh, dude. And we switch her on. You can see that she is working. The bright new. I think let's back this screw up just a hair. Oh, much better. Just over tighten that screw a bit too much. Oh, well, that's not good. Ah, that's what it was. That's what it was. And then with that, do just a couple tweaks. Minor thing. I'll have to do some tinkering off screen, but I think it's fair we can do that now. See if I can turn off my overhead light here. Focus, come on. Nice and clean. Working great. This kit looks good too. Alrighty. Well, I mean, hey guys. Let's end stream here. Howdy. It's me. I look like an idiot. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me for just a little bit. Thanks for coming along with me on this wild ride. Which looks and feels great. I'm gonna have to do some adjustment, but for the most part, like, this thing is gorgeous. I'm having a little bit of trouble. The only downside, just in case you're curious, that I'm having is it seems that the contrast or the brightness wheel feels a bit sticky to me, and it shouldn't be. And I bet you it's because of that back PCB just kind of misaligning. The one other thing I'm noticing is that it sounds like there's only one channel of audio coming through. So I'm sure that there's going to need to be some minor adjustment for that. There we go. I bet you that's what it was right there. Yeah, and now that's just fine. Yeah. So now if I yeah, I bet you that was what it was. If I hold this to where y'all can see it. Well, here's the better way. So this wheel right here was stuck, but now if I press it, it goes in just fine. And if I, yeah, so that's working now. Yeah, there's the original Game Boy Green, if we really want to keep it original. But as you know, that's probably not the case that's going to happen. I want to thank you for tuning in and thank you for hanging out with me for a little while. I appreciate the company. More of these projects to come. I've done another one like this. This is the Game Boy Advance SP, but I did it in atomic purple, which is just an overall cool thing. And again, another one of these IPS screens, which look great. I have a flash card in there. So I now have 2 of these consoles that I'm just a giant fan of. I think the next one is going to be the Game Boy Color, and then I have a Game Boy Advanced that I'm going to be doing. I have a old school, first gen, old school. I mean like 2004 or whenever it was. A Game Boy Advanced original that I need to do a shell swap and IPA screen on it. Yeah, the SP case. That's because it is the Game Boy Advance. What? It is a Game Boy Advance. It's the same as the SP. It is. The sticker says it's an AGS 101, but it is an AGS 001 with a IPS screen kit. Hey, GBA came out in 2001. Stop making me feel old. Stop it. It's 20. No, it can't be. It's probably on. Oh, fuck. I look at the sticker on the back and it says copyright 2002 because it's supposed to be a replica of the SP sticker. Oh, God. It feels awful. It feels awful to know I'm that old. But I mean, hey, this was fun. I enjoy these shell swaps. Like I said, there's a couple tweaks I need to make off screen. I think the speaker's only doing 1 channel of audio, which is a little concerning, but if I reflow some solder and put a wire back in place, I'm sure it'll be fine. But yeah, no, this guy is, I think that's a good looking Game Boy, man. Transparent, USB type C for charging. Yeah, PS1 came out in like 94, 95. And PS2 came out in like 99, 2000, which is crazy to think about. But the reason I know that is because it's what killed the Dreamcast, which is unfortunate. So with that, I'm going to sign off. I want to appreciate each and every one of you for joining. Mainly Nick, because he seems to be the only person that's here other than the bot. But just in case there's anybody watching who doesn't feel like messaging, because I see other people I see other people watching, but they're not commenting, or they're bots, whatever. I want to thank everybody watching for kind of hanging out with me and getting this taken care of. And if there's anything else that y'all want to see, feel free to let me know. But until next time, thank you for being you. And remember that you're enough, even if it doesn't feel like it sometimes. I want to thank you, like I said, once again for viewing, and I love you. I love you. Have a good time. Have a good time. Have a good race to your Sunday. Have a lazy Sunday. Enjoy. See y'all later.